ThaGuyXii.
Hey man, I got some free time. You know what I'm saying? I woke up early and whatnot. So I can most definitely get a video up like I wanted to. So this is part 11 to Batman Second Son. And who would have thought we would have got to part 11 already? Right? Like part 11, fucking every fucking video damn near an hour some change. I'm doing pretty well. You know what I'm saying? I would like for niggas to glaze me a little bit, put to give me a pat on the back and shit. You know what I'm saying? But let me stop. Let me stop playing. But basically, I'm gonna just start up. This take place a few hours after part 10, like the where I ended off in part 10. So it's nighttime, you know, the right time. Casper, he masked up, he got a vest on, you know what I'm saying? They gave my boy that tactical gear. They gave him some arm brace. And like if he didn't know who this shit was modeled after, you know what I'm saying? He would just think, damn, you know, these niggas just gave him some nice ass armor. But from the arm bracers, the fact that they got little blades protruding out of them and shit, he like, this is Batman's gear. Well, it's modeled after Batman's gear. In a way. Like, he don't got the fucking the cowl or nothing like that. But at the same time, he can tell enough that come on now, this is most definitely modeled after Bruce. Right? So he looking at the gloves and shit. You know what I'm saying? He got the little belt, you know what I'm saying? They got like some shit on it and whatnot. You know what I'm saying? He got a grapple hook, all type of shit. Right? He's just looking at all this shit. You know, Amanda Waller, she walked in, she was like, is there a problem? And he's like, nah. It just feel familiar. And, you know, he's saying that in the sense that like, you know what I'm saying, you know, Batman. But when she heard him say familiar, fucking alarm bell start ringing off in her fucking head. You know what I'm saying? Her heart rate fucking spike. And he turned around to look at her because what's she panicking for? And he like, you all right? And she like, yeah, why wouldn't I be? Right? And she, you know, she got that face on, you know what I'm saying? She can still hold it in facial feature wise. But, you know, he can hear past that. So he like, okay. So he can go back to studying the fucking gloves and shit. He balled his fist up hella tight. He realized it's like a little hidden button in the gloves. And then, you know, the little things on the side of his arm protrude out. They get, you know, like longer. And he like, huh. So you looking at it, you know what I'm saying? He playing with it. He pushing the button and, you know what I'm saying, seeing how it works and shit. Then, you know, he start throwing some kicks, start throwing some punches. Then he basically throw a spinning back fist. And he pushed the button and he slashed the fucking head off one of the little mannequins that was in there for him to practice off of, the little test dummies. And she see that, you know, since she started clapping, she like, oh, you already know how to use those. And he's like, weirdly so. You know what I'm saying? He poking at her a little bit more. I ain't gonna lie, you know what I'm saying? He's still trying to learn some shit. And she was like, well, you know, it is time, you know what I'm saying? Whenever you're ready, you know what I'm saying, the you know, the van is ready. You know what I'm saying? They're gonna take you where you need to be. And remember, don't be seen. And he's like, okay. And then, you know what I'm saying, she was about to say something else, but she don't really say it. But like, well, she say it, but she didn't say it loud, thinking that he wasn't gonna be able to hear her. But you know, super hearing, he heard her, and she was basically saying, "Be safe," right? And he like, when the fuck did she start caring about people's safety? What the fuck, right? So he get into the back of this van. You know what I'm saying? They basically give him the layout of it, of the building and shit. You know what I'm saying? They got the blueprints. They got everything that's needed Cause you know, them government boys, they be ready. They give him a USB and they was like, you know what I'm saying, you gotta find the main computer, you know what I'm saying, the little servers. You put this in there, it should do what it needs to do. You know what I'm saying? It should scrub the whole system. It should find anything with the phrase in there. And he look at them, he was like, what phrase? And you know what I'm saying? One of the soldiers, he look at him, he was like, we don't know, sir. We not privileged to that information. All this should have already been programmed though. And he looked and he like, huh, okay. So he looking at it, you know what I'm saying? He holding it up in his hand. He put it in the utility belt, you know what I'm saying? That boy feel oddly good using this, you know what I'm saying? On the inside, he like shit, you know what I'm saying? I got my little Batman belt, you know what I'm saying? Come on now, y'all know y'all be hyped as fuck if y'all had a utility belt. So he put in one of the little flops and he like, all right. And you know, they basically running him through some more things. And he's like, so they want him to go through the back door and shit. You know what I'm saying? They got people that already work in there. You know, it was like something that was already kind of planned. Not for him to be here, but like they know enough about Cadmus, its security measures and shit like that because they have people in this organization for years. So he's starting to realize that, you know what I'm saying, hey, this undercover work and shit, you know what I'm saying, the government actually do be going kind of crazy. Cause, you know, we don't really see this side of like how they operate from any of the comics or any shit like that, no movies. So he like, all right, they actually know how to do their job. So he just sitting there, he chilling, you know what I'm saying? He get probably like within like a fucking a block or two from Cadmus. They just drop him off. And you know what I'm saying, they hand him a little button. It ain't nothing but a button. And they was like, when you need evac, just push the button. You know what I'm saying? They got a GPS locator in it, this, that, and the third, they gonna find him. And he's like, all right. So, you know, he immediately he hop out, he hopped the gate, you know what I'm saying? He start walking through and he like, what did I get myself into? But at the same time, free gear. So let me stop. So he walking, he get to the other gate, you know what I'm saying? Now he's starting to see lights, he's starting to see security guards. He see, you know what I'm saying, they got little guard dogs walking roaming around and stuff. And he like, huh, okay. So, you know, he start cutting through the gate, you know what I'm saying? Snip snip and whatnot. You know. He cut through the gate, he pry it open and shit. And you know what I'm saying? Obviously, you know, dogs got good hearing. So, you know, they start looking around and shit. And he just paused. He like, ah shit. Hey. And you know what I'm saying? He see them turn their head back. He dive straight through the hole he just made. He fucking run, slide, and he's in the shadow and of the building. And you know what I'm saying? They want him to go around. And he's like, shit, why would I go around if I can go up? You know what I'm saying? Like, come on now. So he used the grapple hook because shit, like, come on now. Like you gotta use the grapple hook. At least once. So he used it. You know what I'm saying? He pulled himself up to the top of the building. And now he's looking down over the layout. He's seeing like the guards rotation. He's saying like that the dogs are not allowed to go within certain areas because like, you know what I'm saying, they got like chemical drums and a bunch of other stuff set up. So like the dogs are not allowed to move in certain areas. And he's like, okay, that's beneficial because, you know, with any heist, you should always have your exit strategies. At least four. Cause you know what I'm saying, 1 to 3 might not work. So 4 is better than none because if you got none, then you just praying and on luck. And luck don't help everybody all the time. So he looking, you know what I'm saying, he watching, you know, he see, you know what I'm saying, one of those what is it called? It's like a window, right? That opens up, but it's like on the top of the roof. I think they call it like a what the fuck are they called? Bro, this shit gonna bug me. because I don't know what it's called, and I think I know, but I can't remember. It be like that sometimes. But anyway, you know what I'm saying? He see that it's locked, you know what I'm saying? He look at it, he grab it, you know what I'm saying? It turns black, you know what I'm saying, while he's holding it, and then it just dissolves. And, you know what I'm saying? He looked down at his hand, you know, he see that black shit leak back into his hand, back into his palm, and then it just disappeared. And, you know, he balled his fist up, and he like, I should study this more, because it's been turning out very useful. But then, you know what I'm saying, he lowered himself down, you know what I'm saying, on some motherfucking Splinter Cell shit. He in there. They ain't got much security on the inside because, you know what I'm saying, they don't expect anybody to just get in. But he is still cautious. You know what I'm saying? He got his spectrum, you know, towards, you know what I'm saying, electronics and, you know what I'm saying, electricity and shit like that. So he can see hidden cameras and shit like that because everything gotta be powered. So if he see the power line, he can see where any hidden cameras could possibly be. So, you know, he looking through, he making sure he ain't getting caught, he ain't getting, you know, on no cameras, no trip wires, no, you know, laser trip wires, none of that. And he make decent time. He ain't Batman. He ain't Batman. So, you know, he's stumbling and bumbling a little bit, but he make decent time. He don't get caught. So he get to the elevator and he's inside the elevator, you know what I'm saying? He see that it only got so many so many buttons. And he was like, nah. Like, these all go up. He need to be going down. So then he like, all right, I know what to do. He get on the elevator. He push the highest floor. You know what I'm saying? He get off. The elevator will start rising. You know what I'm saying? He pry the door open while the elevator is going up. And he looking at the elevator go up. And he's like, this is like Final Destination or some shit. And, you know, he jumped into the elevator shaft. He started free falling a little bit. You know what I'm saying? That boy, he is kind of like a daredevil of sort, a little rebel. You know what I'm saying? He shoot the grappling hook into the bottom part of the elevator. And, you know what I'm saying? Now he's just dangling her. He realized this motherfucker go deeper down than he thought. He feel like he already just fell like 4 stories and it's still just further down. So he just lowering himself down, just counting how many fucking floors he's going. And then he get to like fucking like 52. And he's like, okay, hey, we kinda deep, ain't we? So he just pried the fucking door open. You know what I'm saying? He get his grapple hook back. Come on now. You know, you can't leave the grapple hook. If you do, hey, come on. Come on, man. You can't be doing that. Right? So he pried that door open on level 52. And he started walking around. You know what I'm saying? He hearing a lot of traction, a lot of people moving around, big and small. He like, okay, what is this? But he ain't really too worried because it sounds like it's some distance from him. So he started walking through. He mapping out the as he walk and as he go, he's mapping out where he is and where he wanna be. So, you know, after a few wrong turns and shit like that, he eventually get to where he wanna be. And it's just this lab, you know what I'm saying? It got like these little pods and shit. He looking around and he like, yeah, this should be about right. He walk up to the computer, you know what I'm saying? He pull out the USB and he looking at it and like, you know what I'm saying? He like, hmm. So then he pull out a little device that he have on him, right? And like he don't like pull it off his person. It just formed in his hand. And he grab it, he look at it, you know what I'm saying? It got a port on the back of it for, you know what I'm saying, two USB to click into. And then they got a normal USB port on the front. And he clicked that one into it, click another USB into it, and then he click it into the computer. You know what I'm saying? Because let's be real, we all know he don't know how to listen. Like he don't know how to listen. This nigga hard head. So you know he most definitely put a little device on it. So now it's cloning all the files and shit. So he gonna get them what they want, but at the same time, you know he is a I need the benefit too ass nigga. So now he getting his own little copy of it, and you know he know enough about Catalyst to know, you know what I'm saying, they made Superboy, you know, they are, you know, high tech, you know what I'm saying, they do shit, they play with genetics this pretty much every day. So while that's running, you know what I'm saying, he see the little button on it, you know what I'm saying, and it got like these, it's a ring, and he's saying it's glowing, and then one of them becomes stable, and it's green, and then it moves to the next one, and he's like, okay, that must be like the load time of sorts. So he just started walking around. He started looking at all this shit because he ain't got nothing else to do. And he realized that it ain't no cameras or nothing on this level. And he kind of started thinking about it. And he was like, well, it would defeat the purpose of this being a secret if there was cameras, because then information leaks and a bunch of other shit it just become regularly possible. So as he walking around, he's just looking into these pods. He's looking at like these weird alien like creatures. You know what I'm saying? He getting a little freaked out because you gotta remember he ain't never seen a alien. He don't know, like, you know what I'm saying? Like he know they exist, obviously. You know, with the Green Lantern and all that shit, the Lantern Corps. He know, but at the same time, to really see it in real life is a completely different experience. So he's seeing this shit. He, you know, he jump back. He's like, ugh, what the fuck? Like, he's like, okay, that shit creepy. And then, you know, he walking around. He's still looking. He checked back over at the to the USB. It's almost done. So he like, yeah, I could get out of here after that. And then he take a little turn and he sees some stairs that lead down. And he's like, yeah, why not? I got a little bit of extra time. So he start, you know, you know, so he start going down the stairs. He looking, and then he's seeing like animals now. So he like, okay, he reading off some of these names, and like, you know, they got like these little heart rate monitors on on the wall. So like some of them deceased, and you know what I'm saying, he could see that. He's like, damn, okay, like shit, not even animals safe. They experiment on animals and shit too. Which, okay, you know what I'm saying? That's kinda a given if you think about it. It's fucked up, but you know, what can you do? So he's saying a bunch of shit. And then he heard some hissing. And he like, what is that? Right? So he turned back around because he walked past that cage and it was pretty much empty. So he didn't really pay too much attention to it. So he turned back. You know, he switched his spectrum of vision. You know what I'm saying? He going through different spectrums, and then, you know, he can see it now. He's like, oh shit, it's a little motherfucking snake that can turn invisible or camouflage. He don't know yet because, you know what I'm saying, it's perfect. So like if it is camouflaging, it's perfectly adapt to whatever the fuck its background is. So he looking at it, you know what I'm saying? He reading the little file on it. You know what I'm saying? This motherfucker supposed to be dangerous. You know, they was making it for, you know what I'm saying, the the venom that it produced, and you know what I'm saying, the effects that it's supposed to have, you know, that type shit. And he like, huh, okay, I like you. And he touched the fucking cage, And he just leave a little symbol on the cage. And then he walk off. He started, you know what I'm saying? He basically shopping now. Because he ain't got nothing better to do. So he looking through here. He looking at all the fucking the things that he like. And then if he like, oh yeah, I like this, he put a mark on it. And then, he went through. He probably found like 5 or 6 things that he liked. And then he was like, all right, you know what I'm saying? I gotta get out of here now. So he headed back up the stairs. You know what I'm saying? He grabbed a USB. You know what I'm saying? He click his out. He fucking make the little black spot in his hand. He put it in there. You know what I'm saying? It's gone. It's secure. And then, you know what I'm saying? He put the other the adapter piece in his hand again. And then he got the other one. He put it in his utility belt. And right when he do that, he start hearing guards and shit sweeping the floors. And he like, what the fuck happened? And then he realized, oh yeah, you know what I'm saying? They probably the USB probably tripped some fucking security measures. And he was like, ah, fuck. Right? So he kind of back himself up against the wall, you know what I'm saying? And, he hear the guards, they open the door, 2 guards walk in, and, you know what I'm saying? They walk in and they walk forward, and then 2 more guards come in behind them, and he jump out, he grab them, he slam their heads together, you know what I'm saying? That's that Batman shit. He grabbed both of them by their neck, and he basically got them under his arm, and he lift them up off their feet, and he just choking them out, and he trying to slowly start stepping out of the doorway, right? And he turned his back to the wall that's right there next to the door. So the other 2 guards, they turn around because they sweep in the room, and they look at each other because where the fuck they 2 backup just go. You know what I'm saying? Meanwhile, Casper's holding these niggas up. They dangling, struggling. He snapped their fucking necks. He dropped them on the floor, grabbed their guns. And he like, I really didn't think I was gonna be having to kill. I thought they was supposed to be simple. But at the same time, nothing's ever simple when you're dealing with Lex. So he should have expected that. Now he's like, damn, I should have asked for a fucking gun before he even showed up here. But he gonna make do with this, right? So they look, they start calling out the names and shit. You know, he put his leg on the wall, like he lay on his back on the floor. He put his legs on the wall, and he just propel himself off the wall, and he slide, and he shoot into the room. He dropped them. You know what I'm saying? Hey, my boy kind of cold. You know what I'm saying? He pop up. He on his feet now, and he start running. He run to the elevator and shit. And then he realized, yeah, he can't just take the elevator because that'd be stupid. So he climb on top of the elevator, and then you know what I'm saying, grapple to the top. You know what I'm saying, because it's faster that way. So he opened up, and like as he was going up, he ended up getting it. He ended up, how do I? It's kind of like a premonition of sorts, like a feeling that he get that if he go all the way to the top, it's gonna be really bad for him. So he stopped. He landed on one of the lower floors. He opened up the elevator door, and he just jumped off onto one of the lower floors. And then you know what I'm saying, he looking at this floor. He looking around. This floor is kind of different theme from the floor he just came from. So he tracking through. He kind of crouched a little bit. You know what I'm saying? He got the gun on him, holding them up 2 hands. You know what I'm saying? He he ready because like they already on high alert, so they could be coming from anywhere. So he started looking around. You know what I'm saying? He changing his spectrum. You know what I'm saying? He trying to look for any like way out of this, any secret path. And you know he get lucky. There are some secret back path. They got like their own little secret staircase that leads to other places. So, you know what I'm saying? He went to the door. He pried it open because it's flush with the wall. So he pried it open. get it to open up. He slide out there. Now he's on this staircase. He's running up the stairs and shit. And then he's like, "Why am I running?" And then he grapple because come on now, you know he ain't used to having that. He ain't used to having that grapple hook on him. So it is still something he got to get used to doing often. So he grapple all the way up to the top. You know what I'm saying? He see the door. He looked through it. He start x-raying through it. And as he x-raying through it, he starts seeing, you know what I'm saying, niggas. And he's like, oh shit. Because, you know, that nigga likes, he big mad. He tired of people just breaking into his shit and just taking whatever the fuck they want. So he hired some metas, like not anybody really known, but metas none the least to, kind of protect this shit. So he's seeing these niggas, man, do I even wanna? And he stopped. He like, actually, and he looked down at his hand. Nah, that boy get a little devious smile under that shiesty. He's like, why not? Right? So he opened the wall, right? He jump out, he shoot two of them, you know what I'm saying? Because, you know, he gotta even the odds. You know what I'm saying? They were gonna jump him either way. But he gotta lower the numbers. So he shoot two of them. He just kill shots. He not even trying to like just take them out or anything. You know, one of them he got fire. He started shooting fire at him and shit. He dodged behind one of the support beams, but he ain't even there no more. You know what I'm saying? He dodged over there, but then he used the grapple hook. He went up the wall and he fucking went around to another one from the top part. But nobody would think to look up because they just don't. So they both on both sides of it. They jump. They look. They see there's nobody there. He shoot the firebender. He shoot him right in the spine, bro. Ah! He fall to the floor, right? And then the last dude, he take off running. I ain't gonna lie. Nobody told him he was gonna be dealing with a fucking a Batman clone. So like he like, yeah, nah, this nigga think he the Dark Knight. I can't I can't be here. He gets shot in the back of the leg with the fucking grapple hook, and he stab him through the thigh, yank him towards him, right? So he get pulled towards him. He turned around to try to like, what I'm saying, use his ability to touch him, you know what I'm saying? And Casper, he dived right under that, you know what I'm saying? That boxing weave right under that motherfucker. He punched bro in the rib. He flip him over by the back part of his neck by grabbing the back part of his neck and just flipping him. And bro fall on his back. He tried to get up. He gets stabbed. And you know what I'm saying? Hey, he dealt with them boys. This nigga body count getting up there, ain't it? Like it's getting up there, is it not? But they all did. And he started grabbing their hands and he opened their eyelids and he's like, oh shit, it works. Right? So this nigga, he kinda geeked. And he, what I'm saying, he do that to all the people there. And he's like, oh shit, this look, let me not get too happy yet. I still gotta get out of here. Right? So he run out, you know what I'm saying? He take one of the routes that he already predetermined that he was gonna take. And he get out. You know what I'm saying? Of course he getting shot at and shit like that, but my boy fast. You know what I'm saying? Get up off him. He fast. So them, you know what I'm saying? Them that ain't nothing. He got shot twice though. I ain't gonna lie. He got hit in the top part of his shoulder, and he got hit in the lower part of his back, towards the right side, a little bit below where his fucking his rib cage is, but like before the hip, if that makes sense. And you know what I'm saying? He used fucking Type 2, of course, obviously. He used the ink to stop himself from leaking out and shit. Cause He ain't trying to leave behind no blood. And then, you know, he popped one of those motherfucking HP pills. Yeah, I finally named it. It was the healing pill. They give you regeneration. I'm just calling them HP. So, you know what I'm saying? He popped one of those. You know, he regenerate, he heal. And he's like, ah, shit. You know what I'm saying? He pushed the fucking button. Once you get like 2, 3 blocks away, they pull up in like a minute, less than a minute, maybe. So, you know, they pull up, he hop in, you know what I'm saying? They're like, you got it? He hand them the USB, you know what I'm saying? Them boys look at it, they plug it into the computer, you know what I'm saying? And, you know, they looking at it, you know, it's going through different files and shit. You know, it show a fucking giant green check, meaning that, you know what I'm saying, it's good. And then his phone start ringing, you know, he answered it, you know, Amanda Waller was like, great. Now, deal with them. And he's like, huh? And she's like, you heard me. And he's like, ah, okay. And you know what I'm saying? They stopped driving. They're like, yeah, you know, it's good. You know, they got everything they needed. And, you know, he don't want niggas. Bro, look, it sounds bad, but at the same time, this ain't something he wanted to do. This ain't what he wanted to do. So, you know, he killed him. You know what I'm saying? He kinda feel a bit of remorse about it. Not in the sense that like he gonna lose sleep, but like at the same time, when he killed, it's a decision for him to do it. Getting like killing people on somebody else's orders, he don't really like that. So then, you know, he grabbed a laptop. He asked him like, why did I have to do that? And she was like, remember what I said about this whole project needing to be wrapped up? A lot of people, even the people helping us, are going to have to, you know what I'm saying? Like they all gotta go because they know about it somewhat. They probably don't know names, but they know enough that if people come asking them, it might lead back to something. And as much as he wanted this, you know what I'm saying, disagree with her, argue with her and shit, she's right. He know as he know very well that mind state because he kinda have that. He just don't like looking at it. If that make any sense. So he like, okay. Anyway, I got the thing. And she was like, I know, the files got uploaded. Anyway, you know, you can go ahead and toss that. And he was like, fucking military grade laptop? No, I'm keeping this. And she like, okay, whatever. I don't even care. So, you know, obviously, you know, she brought him somewhere else. You know, he get on a bike, you know what I'm saying? He take the bike to another garage, you know what I'm saying? He get into a car, he take the car somewhere else. And it's just a bunch of things to make sure he not being followed. Then he eventually get picked up and brought back to where he was initially. And they most definitely tranked that boy again, put the bag over his head, you know, the works. He getting tired of this shit. Genuinely, like like a little bit. So they get there. First thing he do when he wake up is he look for his fucking laptop. You know what I'm saying? It's on a little table on the side. Because, you know, that boy was gonna get real angry if they didn't grab his fucking shit. So she was like, don't worry, it's there. You know, of course, she had to delete the data off of it and whatnot and scrub it, but you know, that's to be understood. Like, that's understandable, right? And he's like, I guess. And she was like, you did well. It was better now than anybody thought you would. And he's like, yeah, ain't this what I was made for? And you know what I'm saying? You know, haha, my boy got to throw them jabs anytime he can. You know what I'm saying? he could tell she feels some type of way when he say that. And then she walk off. She tell him that, you know what I'm saying, they gonna fucking, he done for now. They gonna drop him off back in Gotham, and then, you know what I'm saying, he can just continue his life until she need him again. And he like, okay, right? He's just happy to be getting out of this situation. He ain't about to, you know what I'm saying, he ain't about to make this any worse on him. So, but then, you know, he get up, she already gone. He get out the chair and shit. You know what I'm saying? He walk up, he about to grab the laptop, but then, you know what I'm saying, somebody put their hand on it before he can touch it. And he look over and he's like, "Can I help you?" And he was like, "You shot me and stabbed me. We gonna handle this problem we got here, boy." And he's like, "Problem? What problem, sir?" And this nigga little asshole. I'm not gonna lie, he's a straight little asshole. But, you know, obviously what he's doing right now, all of this, the characters he's portraying, this shit is all an act. That's not his genuine personality. I hope people caught on to that before I had to explain it. I feel like I have to explain it in a way because sometimes, you know, people don't really catch on to shit like that. But this is not his genuine personality. All of this is a facade that he made up to throw them off track. So then, you know, Slade, he go to try to punch that boy in the mouth. You know, he step back, weave, you know what I'm saying? And he's like, what is this? I thought we was friends. And he was like, "Friends? No, that ain't how this works. I might not be able to kill you, but I can still hurt you." And he was like, "And why would you want to do that?" And he's like, "What? You think you fucking funny." Right? So he balled his fist up. You know what I'm saying? He get into a fighting stance. Castry, you know, he got his hand behind his back. He like, "Come on, man. I don't even really want to do this." And he start throwing fucking knives. Like he fucking bullseye that boy. Stab him up. You know, Slade wasn't expecting that. You know what I'm saying? He stabbed him in the throat and in the side of the cheek. And he tried to cut his other eye out, but, you know, Slade trying to move his head. So it slashed the bottom part of his fucking eye open. And, you know, he turned back. Casper, knee right to the face. You know, he jumped up, knee him right to the face, stabbed him in the back of the neck, pulled the knife down his spine, and flipped him over. Right? Because, come on now, he not about to fight this nigga fair. Who would? Right? Slade fucking hurt. He on the floor. Because, you know what I'm saying, this boy just fucking slid his fucking spine. You know, he on the floor paralyzed. He just laying there. He's like, ugh. Casper walk up. He just starts stabbing that boy. He like multiple times. I'm saying like he got Michael Myers looking at him like, "Hey, let me take some notes real quick." Right? Stab this boy up. You know what I'm saying? He realized his spine healed, but, you know, he stabbed him so many times that, like, it might as well fucking still be fucked up. You know, he can move, so he grabbed Casper's arm when he about to stab him the last time. He fucking twists, you know, Casper. He twists, grab his arm, put him in an arm bar, break his arm, flip him back over, stab him in the spine again, but he leave the knife in his back. And Slade, I ain't gonna lie, that boy is fucking livid. He slapped him on the back of the head. He was like, "I'll be playing with you." You know what I'm saying? No, he said, "I'll play with you again some other time. I gotta go home now." Right? And he just walk off. Slade got all these little black knives all throughout his body. And he like, where the fuck did this shit come from? Because he watched them return the gear to the locker. You know what I'm saying? He caught him perfectly. How you think, you know what I'm saying, how he planned it. Bro had already returned all the gear. You know what I'm saying? He was in civilian clothing and whatnot. Like, where the fuck he keep those knives at? So Slade, he on the floor, he screaming, he like, I'll fucking kill you. And he like, yeah, all right, best friend. And and he just leave. Hey, once he go out the door, you know what I'm saying, you know, all the rest of the people, they were watching. These niggas shocked, you know, especially Madison and John. You know, John, he got a cast on his leg and shit, you know what I'm saying? His arm is in a sling, and you know, that boy getting wheeled around. But they seen what just happened. So once he come out the door, like they stand in there and he look at them. And you know what I'm saying? They seen that once he stepped out the door and the door closed, his face completely just changed. His facial expression changed. His body posture changed. Like it straightened out. It got like he looked like he's a little bit taller because he was hunched over. He was just doing shit to kind of completely change how he is. So they see him, you know, Madison, she's like, Kennedy, and he's like, what? And you know, she started, no, I'm saying she was about to say something, but then that boy John, you know, with his one good arm, he touched her. He kind of like, don't. And you know, he looking at them. He was like, I thought so. And then he just start walking off. You know, he get to the little room that he was in, and that boy, you know, he go to the bathroom. You know, he started looking around the bathroom, making sure there ain't no cameras or nothing in there. And then he pulled off this little synthetic, rubberly looking little substance, and he yanked that motherfucker off his face. And you know, he looking in the mirror, and I was saying, boy had a fake face on the whole time. You know, he pulled them contacts out, and he look at himself, and he like, yeah, you know, that shit was annoying. You know what I'm saying? He opened his hand again, you know, the palm of his hand, his little black circle. You know, he pulled out some little cream. He started rubbing it on his face. Then, you know, he pulled out another fucking face. He put that motherfucker on. He, you know what I'm saying? He slotted, and like the cream is like leaking through the little fake pores. So like it's skin tight. So like it don't move. He put in some contacts, some more contacts, different contacts. You know, he put on a little shiesty. You know, he put on some glasses. And then he go into the room, he changed his clothes, you know what I'm saying? You know, obviously they ain't give him no new clothes, so you know, he had them stored up. He walk out the room and shit, you know what I'm saying? And he walking through, and nobody really know who he is, but it like if you hear, you gotta be somebody. So even if you don't recognize them, you can't really press them. And using this tactic, he just walk cleanly out of the fucking facility. Like he was there and then he's gone. And this is just a little flashback to, you know what I'm saying, when I was saying that he was in, they seen him going to the Iceberg Lounge, but they never seen him leave. It's because this is what he do. He completely changes who he is, his persona, his face, his voice. And he just blend in and he disappeared. So, you know, of course, you know, Amanda Waller, she was supposed to be the one to fucking, you know, drop him back off. So, you know, when they looking for him and he's just gone, Slade, of course, went looking for them again. He was just gone. You know, they start rewinding the cameras back and all that shit. And then, you know, they see, damn, who the fuck is that leaving Casper's room? Right? So then she start to, you know, think in the back of her head. She started panicking because she's like, oh fuck, he got me. And you know, some of y'all probably thinking like, what does she mean by that? First of all, like they thought they trapped him because they found him. Right? They knew what he looked like, you know what I'm saying? They knew who he was hanging out with, stuff like that. But what if the whole time from the beginning, he knew, oh yeah, they gonna come after me. So he made a fake face. He gave himself fake eyes, colors. He basically changed everything about himself to be different from him. So nobody knows what he actually looks like. Because he knew they were gonna come after him. So now he's in the wind. Gone. Nobody knows what he looked like. They don't know what he sound like. Because they heard the voice he was talking with as he was leaving. He sounded like a grown ass man. He had a full fucking beard and everything. Like he sounded completely different from how they was just hearing him just moments before that. So she was like, everything about him that she was perceiving was fake. So he kind of just got the drop on her. Like now he know all of them. He know what everything they really got going on. He took the fucking USB that he wanted. So he got that information, and who knows what else she ended up getting. Cause yeah, it was about the Dark Star project, but at the same time, Amanda Waller's gonna dig for more if she can get more. That's just how she is. She greedy. And this nigga just used her greed and outplayed her. So now she fucking scared because she was like, he's gone. Odds are he not going back to Gotham, because he don't have to. So he could be going anywhere. And like now she's scared because she was like, do he even care about the people that they seen him with? Or was they just something he was using? And that's what's kind of, bugging her. Because she was like, she don't know if he's a real person or if everything was just some pre-planned thing to him. Because, she going back to when she was looking at him in the interrogation room and shit. And like how he was acting. And even before that, she was thinking about and looking at the situation when he was on the dock, and he ended up getting shot and shit, and like that situation. And then she thinking about even before that when they first found him. It was probably like a week or two after her little initial talk with Bruce, when he was like, yeah, I'm gonna give you 2 months and I'm not gonna get in your way. It was like a week or two, and they like had stumbled across them, right? Because they were just looking for a certain age group, and then people that are excelling in that age group, and that's kind of how they narrowed it down at least a little bit. And then the fact that eventually when he remembered his actual name, he ended up getting a banking account and shit like that. So then, that hit the system, and it was like, oh, okay, what I'm saying? He is actually using his name. But now she thinking, what if this whole time, from the moment he used his actual name, everything else that transpired, them surveilling him, finding where he was, the fucking, what I'm saying? She didn't get him the green light on fucking bugging his house and shit like that. But they still went the extra mile to do shit like that. But what if all that shit was something he knew was coming and he planned for it? Because he left the fake face and the contacts behind. So now she like, damn, he know what I look like. He know what I sound like. He know my name, but I don't know nothing about him. And Slade, he felt a certain type of way because he realized from like probably like the halfway point of him being pissed off, And then when he started calming down, when they started explaining about how Casper disappeared and he left the base, and the face they were seeing was fake. The like he was wearing like eye contacts. The voice he was using was most likely fake. Once he got to that point, and he started actually thinking like, an assassin instead of like, a little fucking egomaniac, he realized, oh shit, that boy just used he used my fighting style against me, and I didn't even catch it because I was so angry that I was getting hurt. But he beat his ass with his own fighting style. He put a little bit of twisters and flares on it and shit like that. Like, he's more nimble. He's a little bit more dexterous and flexible than Slade is. But Slade knows his own fighting style, nigga. He made it. His knife work, how he hold blades, all of that. And like when he put it back together and repieced it, he was like, "Oh fuck, that's a fucking monster." So he looking at Amanda Waller. He telling her, "Whatever the fuck that is, that's not human. What is that? What is this? What are we after?" Deadshot, he in the back, you know what I'm saying? He was just hoping to get paid and, you know what I'm saying, get some time off, so go see his daughter. And, even he pipe up a little bit. He was like, Wall, I don't really be questioning too much because you got me a good thing going here. But Deathstroke is right. What are we dealing with here? Because, like I said, when the time I shot him, it was weird. I had a feeling about it. And she looked at him and she like, "What do you mean?" And he like, basically, when I went to shoot him, right? I could swear that he moved so the bullet would hit where he wanted it to. Almost like he knew I was there from the beginning. But I thought I was tripping. I thought, what I'm saying, maybe like, he was just still, panicking, and he was still talking. He was still angry. He was, saying, twisting a blade in that dude's fucking shoulder. John like, hey, it like, that's what was going on. It was high intensity emotion. So he just thought that he was still moving around. But what if it was intentional? What if he did make him shoot him somewhere that wasn't as bad as it would have been if he would have just got the shot without knowing that Deadshot was there? So he got the bullet lodged in his leg, but in a place where it wouldn't really fuck him up, and it'd be manageable in case if he did need to still run or operate or do anything like that. And Amanda Waller, she's sweating bullets, boy. And she's like, "So you mean to tell me that he knew you was gonna shoot him? That's what you trying to tell me. He knew you was there and he knew you were gonna shoot him, and he made you shoot him where he wanted to be shot." He ain't, Deadshot, he don't say nothing, but he kind of do nod his head a little bit. He like, yeah. That nigga Slade, he look at her and he tell her, "Whatever this monster is, we gonna need more information because some shit not adding up. We wasn't even aware of that thing until you put us on it. So what is it?" You know what I'm saying? She tell them it's classified. And he's like, "Classify my ass." She was like, Don't forget, your daughter is still in my hands." And that boy grit his teeth. And he walk off, he punched the fucking wall. You know what I'm saying? He leave a little crater in the wall and shit. You know what I'm saying? That's that Miracruel in that boy veins. And he leave. Everybody leave. You know what I'm saying? Deadshot, he's still there. And he told her, like, "So, it might still be a bad time, but, my daughter got this little thing coming up. And you know, she looked at him and she was like, Floyd, just go. And he was like, for real? And she was like, yeah. Matter of fact, she walked up to him. She got this little device. She stick it on the back part of his neck. It stabbed into his skin, and then it pulled back out. And that shit hurt. That boy grabbed the back of his neck. He shit. And then he see, you know what I'm saying, it's this little rice grain size sting inside of it. And you know, he looked and he like, is that what I? And she was like, yeah. And he's like, why? And you know, she looked at him and she was like, because I'm gonna need your help, not as a tool and not as something I got on the leash, but as. And he looking at her because she stopped talking. And she's like, when it comes up, I'll call you. But until then, you can see it as you got paid time off. And you know, he like, all right, you know what I'm saying? He leave out. You know what I'm saying? That was more the serious people there. You know, there's still some other people here. You know, Harley's here, King Shark, you know what I'm saying? They there, but you know, they wasn't really a part of, you know, this whole situation. They didn't know too much that was going on. So, you know, Floyd, he leaving because, you know what I'm saying, he about to go see his daughter and shit. You know what I'm saying? He gonna take advantage of that while it's still there. But he is thinking about it because, you know, he was seeing Amanda Waller for like the first time. And not as an imposing force or, you know, a maniacal evil woman, but like as an actual person. Like he actually genuinely seen her. And on the other side, you know, she in there. She started talking to the rest of the, you know what I'm saying, the Task Force X people. Some of them allowed to leave. Like Floyd, he's allowed to leave because he gave up on like, you know what I'm saying, that fucking assassination hitman shit a long time ago. When he found out he had a daughter, he put all that shit behind him. And you know, he's just trying to be an upstanding father now. So like, if it wasn't for her, that nigga, he wouldn't even be in this line of work no more. So he can go, but you know what I'm saying, a few of all the rest of them, probably not. Especially Harley. Harley ass can't go nowhere. So Harley, she started talking to Amanda Waller and she, you know what I'm saying, she making quips and jokes and shit. But then she get like serious and she stir at her. And like, it's almost like she's saying, and she look at her and she was like, you're scared of something. And you know, Waller look at her and she like, am I now? You know, Harley starts smiling and shit. And she was like, I don't know. I could just be, you know. And, you know, she touched her head because, you know what I'm saying, she basically saying, like, you know, my head fucked up. Like, hey, I might just be tweaking. But then they leave and she sit in her chair. She in her office. And she looking at the pictures of this boy Casper. You know what I'm saying? She got the picture of when they first like discovered him. She got pictures of him when, you know what I'm saying, he was younger and he was growing up and shit. Cause they have to keep updating what he looked like. So she got him with like pictures when he was with Madison and fucking John. And, you know, they got pictures of him. You know, they look like normal family portraits and whatnot. And you know, she in her chair, she look around, she push a button on her desk, you know what I'm saying? Her whole office, you know, that motherfucker turned black. It closed off from the outside. So the door is blocked off and everything. And then, you know, she started pushing other buttons. And you know, it's pictures of Casper when he was a baby. Like a little baby. Like freshly born. You know what I'm saying? He in the hands of a doctor, and like, you know, it's pictures and it's a video playing. So like, it's a doctor. You know, he's saying that it's a baby boy, and he hand him to Amanda Waller, who's in the hospital bed, And like, you know, some of y'all guessed that, but obviously I couldn't tell y'all because, you know, they kind of mess with the video and shit like that. But yeah, Casper is her son. So, you know, she looking at this video and shit, she crying, and she's like, oh God, what have I done? Because, you know, she's thinking this boy Casper a straight monster, straight evil ass fucking super genius planner, manipulator, and all types of other things. Which he kinda is. So she pull out a phone, and you know what I'm saying, she called the only person who she think can save her little baby boy. His father, right? So, you know, the phone is ringing, and then it get picked up, and it like Bruce Wayne speaking. Who is this? And come on, man, come on, stop fucking playing with me, boy. Look, I'm gonna leave it off here. You know what I'm saying? Like, comment, subscribe if you're not subscribed already. You know, that type shit. And like, hope y'all boys enjoyed the part. You know what I'm saying? I'm having fun making this shit, but you know, I ain't got that much time left. I wish I would have, because shit, like, you know, shit just now getting good. You know, shit starting to, you know, really hit up in this kitchen. You know what I'm saying? I'm starting to fuck with the paprika and shit. Stop playing with me. But I'm gonna catch y'all in the next part. Peace.